Welcome to the vlog. To be honest, I did not really plan this video. I've just been recording a bunch of clips here and there. I haven't been shooting as much just because it's winter and I really don't like shooting out in the cold, and there's just not a lot of light out by the time I'm done with my work day. So yeah, mainly just been staying in lately, and yeah, just thought I'd do like a little casual photography vlog. I've just been like editing my photos. I've been shooting a lot with the Ricoh GR3, and I really enjoy shooting it. It's my daily camera, and so every now and then I do have photos that come out of there. And my favorite way to decompress and like have a nice Friday night is to honestly put on some music and just edit my photos, and yeah, it's always a good time. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do with YouTube this year, and I think I just want to create like more casual videos because I think in 2025 I put a lot of pressure on myself to create good videos, and they were fun. I just found myself not wanting to create content in the end, and that's not what I want to carry with me in 2026. So yeah, I'm just hoping to create more fun little casual vlogs like this. But anyways, yeah, I just spent like the last couple of hours just choosing some of my like best photos, every personal photos. At the end of each year, what I like to do is just to look back at all of my photos and just print them all out, because it's a good habit to get into printing, and yeah, it's also just a really nice to be able to hold a print in your hand. And yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along with me. This is probably the most amount of photos that I've taken in a year. Yeah, I've just been digging through all of this and trying to choose my best photos. But you know what? We did it, and I'm about to start my first print. Nice. I think we got the first print. Yeah, I think that looks good. So I'm just gonna start continuing to print everything. It's gonna be a big print job. The printer is at work. The photos are looking really good so far. I'm gonna take these and start just like dating them on the back. So what I'll usually do is I'll write on the back of these, and then I'll write like the event, the people that are in it, and also the location and the date. So yes. This was actually kind of a fun moment. I went to my first darkroom printing workshop. Oh my god, my hair. It was honestly amazing. Everyone there was so nice. It wasn't just a darkroom printing workshop, it was a queer darkroom printing workshop. So it was really nice to like meet other queer creatives, and to also just see your prints come to life for the first time. And it was really fascinating. Like, I've done a lot of like processing film and scanning film, but I've never actually worked in an actual darkroom. So it is really cool, really frustrating too. It took me like 3 hours to create one print, and actually let me show you it. Okay, so this was the first test print where you have to do multiple exposures to see what your best exposure should be on your final print. So you can see I clearly fucked up. It's reversed. I actually underdeveloped this by accident. So yeah, it just didn't work out. So I have my second print, and I overdeveloped this by accident because someone had accidentally like taken over my timer and set the timer for themselves. So I lost count of my developing time. So yeah, it's very cooked, but I was able to get like a bit of the exposure here, and luckily my teacher was really nice. She was really patient with me, walked me through every step, and I had like about 20 minutes left to create this final print, and I was like, oh my god, I really hope this works out. Let me show you. This is the final print. It finally worked out, and I think I nailed the exposure, and overall it just looks really nice. Yeah, this is a photo that I took in Alberta in 2024 with my family, and so yeah, this is originally color negative, but in the dark room we could only do black and white. This is just the example here: event, location, time, and then I'm just gonna continue with the rest. A lot of photos. It's been a couple of hours now, and I enjoy some of these photos from Vancouver. Yeah, and it's nice to just like jump back to different moments in time. Like, this is walking my partner's dogs in Texas, us doing face masks. Yeah, I love having this little personal diary. It's the next morning, and we're still printing. This is my breakfast setup. I'm still dating these. These are already dated. Yeah, and then I still have a couple of more images left to print, but we are almost done. I just went and chose all of my strongest work for the year, and what I like to do is to print them on bigger paper. And so this is just letter size paper, but it's just nice to see it on a bigger print compared to like a smaller print like this. So the way I kind of choose is all of my snapshotty kind of images, personal images, and images that I really like but aren't necessarily my strongest portfolio work. I kind of put them all out, but for my strongest work of the year, I try to put them on the biggest paper. Okay, we just finished up printing everything for the year, and I know this is a lot. I mean, a goal of mine is to start printing way more of my photos, and I also just started shooting a lot more this year, so I have a lot more prints this year. But it's so nice to be able to just look back at everything, and honestly I might be overprinting, but I'm having fun with it, and I always look back at my photos and it's always an enjoyable experience for me. But anyways, let me show you some of my favorite photographs for the year. All right, at the start of this trip I went to Austin, Texas, and I really like how this one is just kind of like peeking over the fence, and then you see the way the light is hitting the trees really nicely, and you're able to see like this cool kind of shadow, and yeah, a lot of cool layers to it. I think it's a pretty interesting photo. Let's see what else we've got. This is, you know, it was just helping my dad like shovel the driveway, and you know, after a snowstorm it's always a lot, but we were shoveling until like blue hour, and yeah, you can see the way the light was reflecting off of all the snow and everything, and it was just like super cool. Me and my friends playing Switch Sports. I love the little candid moment. I really like how layered this is. Kind of reminds me of Alex Webb's work in a way. I love the way that this framed this whole section here at Union Station. You have like these little bridge here, there's a person there, and then you also have people walking outside, and this person like going towards the door. So really cool to see all the different layers, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. A little family cottage. Yeah, super cute. My cousins are on the boat up there, and then some of my cousins are on this trampoline here, and some other people are also trying to get into the canoe. So a lot of things going on, but I really love it. Here's another one that I took in, I think like September. Yeah, fall was settling in, and yeah, I just love the colors. It's a pretty simple snapshot, but I just always appreciated it when I can see red leaves. This is why you should print out your photos, because I mean, look at this. I love looking back at all of these, and I mean, this is just fall of this year, and yeah, just beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my photo archive. I think I printed way more than what this container can fill, so I'm just gonna take both of these and we're gonna put the photos inside of here. Put it in here so it looks really good. Alrighty, that is a wrap for 2025. And I always find that it's nice to just look back at your photo albums and to actually be able to hold your photos in your hands and to feel it in print. Yeah, I find this whole process very therapeutic, though choosing your photos is kind of the worst part. You know, seeing your photos come out of the printer and watching your photos come to life. I mean, it's nothing like the darkroom, but it's nice to just be able to see your photo in print. Okay, we're gonna try and vlog. I've been meaning to do like a point of view video for a while. Today I was shooting with the Ricoh GR3 and it is freaking cold, but ooh, I think we got a moment here. Love a good car and storefront photo. We're walking around Chinatown and just gonna try and have fun with it, just get some bit photos, but yeah, let's do it. thank you so much for watching. I usually don't really do vlogs like this, but let me know if this was interesting or if you'd like to see more. Thank you for joining me on my photography journeys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.